Hello everyone, Achalin over here. As you always know, if you like my videos, you can like them. And also, if you're interested in more ROM content, you can subscribe in all of the cats that are there over. So let's begin with this video. This is kind of a goodbye for the PTR. This is the last video that we will be doing inside this one. So let's say goodbye PTR. There have been a lot of things that have been changing across time and fixes and everything. If you're interested, you can also always check my videos that I have for the PTR. They are from the 30th to all the things. This is also to kind of advertise the shit. You know, it's always in the description, but it has kind of all the videos for the builds and things that you maybe are interested to see. I have to do another one for the tier 30 build because there has been a little bit of a change in talents. Let me show you the whole thing because the camera is getting some other places, but now I'm going to talk about the whole PTR. This may be a bit of a long video, but I'm just going to talk about everything that Sub has gone through that I remember. So we began with a tier set that just kind of didn't work that well. Then it began working, but the combo points arrived after 1 second. Also, our talents were kind of buggy. Shadowcraft also was doing funny things, you know. Now it fills combo points only when you can feel them. Before it just vomited them out, so it was a really bad talent. All of the ways that we got shadow techniques were kind of a good change. We liked it from time zero. No more trying to get that last combo point inside anything. Looking at that bar for the auto attacks, that combo point counter to 4. You knew the old shadow techniques is what was 0, and then you got another 0, and then 50, 100. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you didn't. Now it's still like that, but now you don't get the combo point instantly, but it kind of saves. And when you use your builder, you get it back. Also, our shadow blades now are really strong cooldown. We love it. That we love them now. There has also been some things that we really liked, like this was a game changer. It let us get Swift Death for many builds, increasing our overall DPS. This is the kind of build that we will play with the old tier set, but just forget about that. Tornado had its moment of glory in single target, and AoE it was a must pick. It filled combo points with Shadow Blades. It doesn't anymore. Got completely destroyed. You will still play it in some dungeons where you can get big pulls, but otherwise it's a DPS loss overall in Slice. Now, of course, how can't we talk about the PTR without all of the completely game-breaking bugs that we have for single target and for AoE? So for AoE, we had a time where our black powder hit one time each time it hit a target. So you had 10 targets, you hit each target 10 times. It was really funny. People were doing millions of damage. Of course, it was a bug. We also had a cool bug where the secret technique, the one that over here, it summons 2 copies that do damage. It was summoning 1, so we just lost half of the damage. Why not? Our tier set also got changed, buffed, nerfed, buffed, changed, and now buffed again and changed again. And finally, we get it kind of there. We have the tier set. Remember the weak aura that we have for we get those those four set proc thingies. It began with Rupture being 33, 50, 100, and Black Powder being in increments of 12, and Eviscerate also in increments of 20, but it couldn't proc on the first one, and super complicated things that we took hours to testing. The in the end, now it's just 0, 50, 100. Okay, everything. 33% kind of median. We will be doing sneaky things with Rupture, but all other things we don't care that much. We got the snapshot things with Night Stalker. Cool things. It's staying, by the way, so you kind of want to watch my video for snapshots, you can like it. And of course, all of the items that have been changed, and Sport Club got completely destroyed just yesterday. Now it gives 80 versatility instead of 480. That's why I have items like that. So now we go double linen, all go Shadow Flame or the boots, the Thorn boots. Everything is kind of close, everything sucks, we don't care that much. We may even upgrade an item 4 times instead on a mythic track item and just keep the one that we have. Trinkets, they also got, some of them got buffed, some of them got nerfed. The branch even after the nerf and the signet even after the nerf are really good. Ember Soul got destroyed, and then maybe it's going to get a buff, who knows. And they told us that it's going to get a buff. You can still proc Dire Situation single target, but from what I've been told, in raid you need actually 2 people to die for it to proc, so it's still bad. Care not much. The new embellishments are mid, super mid. The one that procs some stats has like less stats than Lariat, and the other one is just kind of crit that stacks, and then if you go below 70 it just goes away. It takes a lot of time to stack, and every great encounters are notorious for just slamming you with a big hit and then just not doing anything, so you would just lose the buff and they have to begin putting things. Trinket got a huge buff, Midas Talisman, now it's really good. Base for Outlaw, for Subletly and Assassination is kind of whatever. It's up there, of course, with the other ones. Snakeys can high roll, Bandolier, damage. Augury of Prima Flame can also high roll. And then the other things that you have are kind of mid over there. Pips is good for Mythic Plus and other things. Nothing crazy. All in all, in the gear, we are going to kind of not like heist as much, but still like it, kind of. Only because all the other stats are getting to the air situation. We don't care that much. If you look at the beast things, you can change stats around somewhat. You can go more mastery crit. If you like to go also assassination, you can get more versatility crit. If you also would like to go outlaw, it won't change much. Your crafts will also don't change much. You want to craft ahead because always Blizzard thinks we love haste mastery for some reason, and we don't. Hate it. Everyone hates it. So we are going to craft a crit versatility helmet or crit mastery or whatever we want, or one of the eventual crafting for the head, the engineering helmet and bracer if we want. It will be over there. Now, for all the other content, rates, Mythic Plus and things, as sub you couldn't really test things well. There was always some kind of bug, like Rupture didn't work on one boss even, so you just couldn't Rupture. Nice. I just lost 20% of my damage. When BP was bugged, there were no bosses to test, but you could still test Mythic Plus. We will still be fine in Mythic Plus. Like, there's a god comp. People won't care that much. Like DH, Boom Kim's augmentation evokers, tank DH, and other things are really strong. We'll see. There will be tuning likely across this week, and when raid opens, and maybe even the week after raid opens, we will check and see what they do. If they buff, they nerf, they do other things. I will do videos about the Mythic Plus with the new talents and things in like this week, because I don't have anything else to do really, apart from the raid bots videos that I will be doing and other things. But to kind of close the, the grand finale for the PTR, we are kind of just here. It's going to be time to close the servers for EU soon. NA is already inside the new patch, and of course I will make videos about the new world content and things like that, but I didn't think it was needed in the PTR because there's a lot of people doing the guides and things for those. I did put the Laria's guide, it's still updating and things like that. There's also another one that I wanted to talk about, that is this one. It's kind of a super checklist that you can see. This is more for everything, and then Laria's guide is still being updated, other things. The APL and places, you can find it here in the sheet. Here you can see what I'm working on, for mainly on sepsis and gormau. No one likes those, so I have to do it. And also echoing reprimand, but that's a thing maybe Fu or someone else will do way easier than me. I'm just checking those first. And that will be all for the PTR things. Final thoughts. We actually mostly like the rework, but there are some people that just don't like dust. That's fine. It's a different way to use cooldowns, and also you have to look at the timers and maybe know what the bosses do. But I think that's the most fun thing to do, to get your cooldowns and kind of move them around. Maybe even if you have to do some special things, you kind of know, maybe if this I have to die, you kind of say things and just kill it. I really like it. Other people won't like it, but big burst, beat, damage. Maybe not the best overall. Some classes, of course, are going to be tuned higher. It is what it is. But I will see you on the next video.